Daily habits that increase or deplete prana. That's the topic for today. And hello, I'm Neerja Ahuja, Ayurveda practitioner, yoga therapist, and human values educator. Today, I want to talk about something very practical but also deeply important. Many people think energy is created only through food, supplements, or sleep. But from an Ayurvedic perspective, energy is influenced continuously by the way we live each day. Our daily habits either nourish prana, the vital life force within us, or slowly deplete it over time. And often it is not one major event that leaves people exhausted. It is the accumulation of small daily patterns repeated again and again. Modern life has normalized many habits that quietly drain vitality. Constant rushing, irregular sleep, multitasking, overstimulation, continuous scrolling, eating while distracted, emotional overload, lack of stillness, living without pause or rhythm. Many people have become so accustomed to this state that they assume exhaustion is simply part of adult life. But Ayurveda reminds us that the body and mind were not designed to live in constant activation. The body thrives on rhythm, steadiness, nourishment, and restoration. One of the biggest drains on prana today is overstimulation of the nervous system. From the moment many people wake up, the mind is already flooded with input. Phones, emails, social media, news, notifications, conversations, pressure, deadlines, constant information processing. They all create a near continuous state of mental activity. Even when the body appears still, the nervous system may remain highly activated. This consumes enormous amounts of energy. Ayurveda recognized long ago that the senses strongly influence well-being. Everything we see, hear, consume, and engage with affects the quality of our inner state. When the senses are overloaded constantly, prana becomes disturbed and scattered. This is why many people feel mentally exhausted even when they have done very little physical activity. Another common habit that depletes prana is irregular rhythm. Irregular sleep times, irregular meal times, working late into the night, skipping meals, eating while rushing, sleeping too late, overworking without rest. The body loves predictability more than most people realize. Rhythms create safety for the nervous system. It supports digestion, hormonal balance, emotional steadiness, and energy regulation. Ayurveda places great importance on Dinacharya or daily rhythm because small, consistent habits deeply influence vitality over time. And interestingly, some of the habits that increase prana are very simple. Quietness in the morning, a few moments of mindful breathing, eating calmly without distraction, going outside into natural light, walking in nature, spending time with emotionally nourishing people, reducing unnecessary stimulation, creating pauses during the day, sleeping at more regular times, practicing gratitude, allowing moments of stillness. These are small little things that may appear small, but they help restore coherence within the body and mind. One of the most overlooked habits affecting energy is the way people eat. Many people eat while working, scrolling on their phones, or driving, or watching TV, or feeling emotionally stressed. From an Ayurvedic perspective, digestion works best when the nervous system feels calm and present. Foods eaten in a rushed or distracted state may not provide the same nourishment as food eaten with awareness. Ayurveda also teaches that fresh, living foods tend to support prana more effectively than stale, heavily processed, or highly artificial foods. Freshly prepared meals, seasonal foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, naturally nourishing foods. These all tend to leave people feeling clearer and lighter. And in contrast, heavily processed foods, excessive stimulants, and overeating often leave the system feeling heavier and more depleted over time. But Ayurveda never approaches this from a place of perfection or rigidity. The goal is not anxiety around food or lifestyle. The goal is awareness, because awareness allows people to observe patterns. What genuinely leaves you feeling nourished? What consistently drains you? What environments leave you calm and steady? What habits leave you overstimulated or scattered? These observations are often more valuable than following extreme wellness trends. Another major drain on prana is emotional overload. Many people carry stress continuously in the body without realizing. Worry, unresolved emotions, resentment, overthinking, pressure, emotional suppression, they all affect vitality. The body and mind are deeply connected. Emotional tension consumes energy. This is one reason practices such as meditation, yoga nidra, mindful breathing, journaling, prayer, silence, and meaningful connections can feel profoundly restorative. They help settle the nervous system and regulate the movement of prana. Sometimes what people need most is not more stimulation, but more space, more quietness, more steadiness, more restoration. Ayurveda also reminds us that rest is productive as well. This is an important shift for many people because modern culture often glorifies busyness. Many people feel guilty when they are resting. They feel they should always be achieving, producing, or doing more. But a constantly depleted nervous system cannot create sustainable vitality. True energy is not frantic, it is steady, calm, clear, grounded. And one of the teachings of Ayurveda is that transformation often begins with very small changes practiced consistently, not dramatic overnight reinvention, not perfection, just small daily acts of self-awareness and self-respect. Going to bed slightly earlier, eating more mindfully, taking a few conscious breaths before meals, reducing screen exposure before sleep, spending a little time in silence each morning. They are all useful things. Walking outdoors without constant input, resting when tired instead of always overriding the body's signals. Over time, these practices help rebuild vitality at its roots. Because prana is not only influenced by what we consume physically, it is influenced by everything we consume mentally, emotionally, and energetically. And maybe one of the most important questions we can ask ourselves each day is this: does the way I am living support life within me or slowly drain it? Ayurveda encourages us to live in a way that protects and nourishes life force rather than constantly exhausting it. And the encouraging thing is that even Small shifts can create meaningful changes in how we feel, more clarity, better sleep, improved emotional steadiness, calmer energy, greater resilience, a strong sense of connection with ourselves and with life itself. Because true vitality is not built through intensity alone, it is built through rhythm, awareness, nourishment, and balance repeated gently over time. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I encourage you over the next few days to simply observe your daily habits with greater awareness. Notice which habits genuinely support your energy and which ones quietly deplete it. Sometimes that awareness alone becomes the beginning of transformation. And if this conversation resonated with you, feel free to share it with someone who may also benefit from a gentler and more sustainable understanding of well being and energy.